Hello everybody. Today we're going to try to restore the headlights on my 2009 Volvo S60 to something closer to what they looked like when it was new. They've got a little bit of fog on them right now. I've tried cleaning them off a little bit to make them better, but I got something I want to try. It's just this little tiny little packet. The 3M Quick Headlight Clear Coat. This is designed for use where your headlights are not in bad shape to begin with. If they're in bad shape, there's a more aggressive kit, like a 3-step kit, to sand them completely down and then buff them out with a 3000 grit sandpaper and then clear coat them afterwards. I don't think I'm going to need that on mine because I've done a little bit of that prep work a few months back, and I just want to get the remaining cloudiness out of them, so I got this kit. This has some like a clear coat wipe that you wipe over it after you're all done, and a 3000 grit sanding disc or pad or something in there, so that you basically what you do is you have to, according to the directions, you have to clean the headlight thoroughly with a 50-50% mix of isopropyl alcohol and water. So I got some of that mixed up behind me. Mask off your headlight so that you don't get accidentally sand into the paint area or something. You spray water, and I've got a little tiny water bottle here, on the sanding pad and across the headlights, and you sand them until you have a uniform appearance, and it'll look frosty and hazy. And that's okay. You look at your headlights at that stage and you think, oh my God, I've just destroyed my headlights. But what you've done is created a super microfine haze and evened out the surface of the glass or plastic, whatever this stuff is made of. When you add the clear coat, it fills all of that in so that the light rays, as they try to shine through, aren't scattering everywhere to give you that frosty look. They're passing through clearly like they're supposed to. And it's supposed to make them, I mean, you look at the picture there, it's supposed to make them look really nice again. We're going to find out. Let's get outside and I'll show you the headlights, and we'll get started on this. All right, so here's the headlights that I have to work with. See, the area up in the front here isn't too bad. Really, it's only up in the side areas there that I have some really bad spots. And I'm not totally worried about that, up on the edge there. I'm not totally worried about that. It's mostly the front section that I'm worried about. See if I show across it. You can see a little bit more of that bubbling and haze on there. And some of that's dirt right now. Some of it's not. I mean, I try to wipe that off and it's not wiping it off. So you can see that haziness in there. And we're going to see how good this is. Yeah, see some of that right there. That's pretty rough. We're going to see how good this is at getting that off. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my paper towel and my isopropyl alcohol and wipe these suckers down real good, and I'm going to mask them off. Alright, I got my headlights wiped down and masked off, and I have this bra on the front of the car here. When I bought it, I got it used, and it looked like it followed a gravel truck its entire life, so I put this on it to cover it up, and it's been a nice look actually. So I didn't have to mask off some parts, and mostly I'm really just interested in the front where the light shines through. I'm going to see if I can get that too, but if not, I'm not going to be too displeased with it. So let's see what we got in the kit. Alright, so here's our 3M Quick Headlight Clear Coat kit. Let's open it up. See what we've got in there. We have Quick Headlight Clear Coat that I'm presuming we have to read the directions on. 2 of those, 1 for each lens. And we have our 3000 grit paper that I've had people say just take this and tap it to get the dirt out of it. Does not appear that there is an adhesive back on this of any kind, so I've got to see if I've got some sort of a drill mount that I can put this on to do a rotary action on it or what. It really doesn't say what you're supposed to use or if you just use your hands with this. I suppose you could. I might try that for a little bit and see what happens. But I'm also going to look for stuff for the drill, and we'll get to it. Alright, let's see how well you can see this. I did find a pad for the drill. It's not adhesive, but if you set it up there, it holds itself in place if you push pressure on it pretty nicely. So I'm going to follow the directions, wet this down, and then wet my headlight lens down. We're going to start with it and see what happens. Oh, it seems to be holding itself in place pretty good. Oh, I can see it look like it's doing something. Can you see it there? I think this coating on here is designed to cut glass. Whoa. It doesn't like that one bad spot right there. Spray it down a little bit more. It looks like it's doing some stuff. So we're going to keep at this for a bit and see what we come up with. Isn't doing too bad. That really bad area up at the top, except for right at the edge where, you know, the pad's having a hard time getting to. Most of that is gone, and I'm getting a hazy, an even hazy surface over it now. I think I do still need to get some stuff off, but see, I don't know if you can tell, it's not quite even there. You can see lines like right up in there. And it's supposed to be an even haze, so I'm going to keep at it a little bit longer here. I want to be patient with this. And give it a little bit more time, see what we get. I have to tell you, so far, I'm pretty impressed. I mean, I would be happy leaving it just like that. That looks better than the other side does. That looks better than this side did when I started. There is a slight even haze across the lens, though. If you look, there's just a real slight fogginess. I got rid of a lot of the stuff up there. It's just right at this line right here that the sander doesn't get to. Did not try over here very hard at all. I might go over this side right here a little bit, because I really just did the front and I did not get the side. I think I'm going to hit that up there real quick and then call her good. And I'll go get the other side while this dries. Alright, I'm doing this one over here by hand instead of by drill. I've got to get some more up here. That was pretty bad up there if you remember. But the line's disappearing, and I have to say, I kind of like the way this is coming out better by hand than by drill. I mean, these headlights are still in bad shape. So there's work left to be done here. So I can't wait to see what it looks like with the clear coat on. That's going to be the big part. But let's go over this a little bit more by hand and see what it looks like. I say that's looking pretty good. I got a couple little spots like right up in there. I'm not going to worry about these. You got to set your expectations. If I want a perfect result, I really need with this stuff here to get that 3-stage kit so I can get that heavy, like a 330 grit sandpaper to get that off. And then it drops to like a 600 or 1000 or something. And then that 3000 grit. And I may have my grits off on there, but you get the picture. You start out with a coarse grit, medium grit, and then go to a fine grit. So I'm going to go and clean this surface really good here and over on the other side with like the alcohol mixture that I've got, and wipe it down. And we're going to call that good, I think. And I'm going to let it dry. I'm going to put the fan on it, let it dry for a bit, and then we'll read the directions on the wipe packets to see what we need to do with those. Alrighty, now we are ready to apply the Headlight Clear Coat. And the instructions on these say basically start with a clean, dry surface. Duh, I think we already figured that. That's already been sanded and all that. Do not unfold the wipe. It says optional, put on a disposable glove, so I've got a glove. Carefully open the wipe packet. Apply coating using a crisp edge of the folded wipe. Slightly overlap passes. Apply one coat to both headlights. Let dry for 5 to 15 minutes or until dry to the touch. And once dry, open a second wipe packet and repeat the process, basically, to put a final coat on. So it wants to make sure you get an even coat, basically. Then you want to allow an hour of dry time before driving or exposing to precipitation. So I'm going to open the packet up. There's my wipe. I'm going to turn you around here. We're going to start putting it on. All right. Using a crisp edge. Slightly overlap. You can't even see what I'm doing, can you? I'm an idiot. I don't need you guys to tell me that. At least I'm aware of it. And that looks like it's going on really nicely there. So, got that side. I'm basically just going to repeat that over here, and then we'll do the second coat. Alright, first coat is on. And I have to say, if this dries looking like that, that is fantastic. I love it. So, let's give it, we're going to give it 10 minutes and we'll check in on it and see how it's doing. Come to the moment of truth. What do you think they're going to look like? I got the hood closed. I armored up the La Bra on the front of the car. Or armoralled. Did I say armoralled? I don't know. Because I'm looking at these lights and I see something you guys don't. So it would all look new and shiny here. I like this kit. I tell you what. I think I paid like $7 for it too. I'll see if I can remember and put the price right up here somewhere if I can remember it. And I'm stalling because this looks really good. Let me show you guys how it came out. Look at those things. Oh, focus on me. Yes. Let's get ourselves a close-up. Look at that. That looks like a factory new light, doesn't it? Oh, you see all the fogginess and everything that I had beforehand is gone. Let's go over to the other side. Look at that. It's magnificent, isn't it? Even over on the side where I had those issues. Man, that looks like a brand spanking new lens, doesn't it? Wow, and I've just put 8 LED headlights in here too for $15. $15 LED headlights. And they ended up being fantastic. I'll get a video out there for those too. I don't know which one of these I'm going to put up first. Wow, that is fantastic, guys. Look at that. I don't think I took just a before picture here. But man, that looks really good. So, needless to say, I'm a happy camper. That looks great, doesn't it? So, the 3M headlight restoration kit there, that little quick kit, that works really nicely. And like I said, I think it was like $7 or so. I just wanted to do something to get some of the haze off of those lights because it's been bugging me. And it's cold out and I didn't have anything else going on, so I decided to try it. Look at it behind me there. Doesn't it look so good? That's one of the best $7 or $8 or whatever it was I've ever spent. So very pleased with this. Glad I could get a chance to take you guys along with me on the journey because I am super excited about this. You know, almost the sad thing, this car is actually going to go to my daughter because I have another one over there. So I'm just doing this just because it's fun to do. And she remembers the headlights being foggy. She hasn't even had a chance to see it. So I think I'll surprise her with that later. Talk to you guys later. It's been fun.